Trans vampires.
You know those teen vampire movies that feel like the horny soap opera fever dreams of an 8th grade diary? Here's how mine began.
Bit is directed by Brad Michael Elmore. It stars Nicole Maines as Laurel, a young trans girl who moves in with her brother in LA, and ends up falling in with a group of feminist vampires. And these lady vamps only have a small set of rules. The biggest one is simple. No boys allowed. Fairly simple plot. But I love Nicole Maines as an actress, and I've been excited since I heard about this movie in the festival circuit last year. But then it got really quiet for a while, and I really didn't hear anything about it until suddenly it just dropped on VOD a few weeks ago. And that's really a shame that it got little to no notice, because this movie's kind of a blast. Anyone who knows me knows I'm a huge slut for coming-of-age films. And a coming-of-age horror film? A coming-of-age horror comedy about a trans feminist vampire is just... I love it. So let's dive in. The biggest thing I really appreciated about this movie was Nicole Maines as Laurel, mostly just because she gives a really fantastic performance as a recent high school grad who doesn't really know what she wants to do with her life. But what's especially beautiful and refreshing is the way this movie goes about having a trans protagonist. Being trans is a huge part of Laurel's identity, but it's not her whole identity. In fact, it's never even overtly brought up at all. But you can tell through context clues and the allusions people make to it that it has had a huge impact on her life, even when it's not the center point of her personality. The main crux of her conflict is that she just kind of feels aimless and directionless in her life, and that is really refreshing in a film like this. I kept worrying that it was going to go the route of her being trans causing problems with her new vamp friends, or somebody making a snide comment somewhere along the way, but that never happens, and that's wonderful. They just accept it and go on with their undead lives. Bit sets such a high bar for trans protagonists in films, and that's part of the reason I hope more people see this so that bigger budget films can take note. The other reason I love this movie is Duke.
Do you guys kill people?
Indiscriminately.
Innocent people?
It's like 80-20.
Duke is the hot, badass leader of the vamp gang, and from her very first scene, she's got this amazing, badass, commanding presence that just steals the spotlight from everybody. Diana Hopper's performance is so damn electric and fun, and once she takes a liking to Laurel, every scene between the two of them is absolute dynamite. She spends a good amount of time in the movie training Laurel in her new way of life, and their chemistry is just so charming. Duke is the reason for all of the gang's rules, and when she explains them all to Laurel, you get them completely. Especially once she delves into her past, which is delivered in this insanely stylish, neon-drenched flashback that feels like something pulled out of the show Legion. This is clearly an extremely low-budget movie, and at times that does add charm to elements of the film, but it also acts as a detriment in some points. Its camera work alternates between truly impressive and kind of student-filmy, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it does feel a little bit disjointed stylistically as a result. Its effects are kind of limited by its budget, but that never really stops the movie from being a good time overall. The only real issue I had with the film is the fact that the third act is fairly rushed. This movie takes its time for the most part, and I honestly could have done with another half hour of coming-of-age stuff if it meant the movie was longer. But with about 15 minutes left in the runtime, it speeds along into a conclusion that makes some really strange decisions and reveals that, in my opinion, don't really mesh with the type of story that's being told. But still, it's not like that really matters anyway, because this movie's a blast despite its flaws. I'm gonna say that Bit is solid. It's bloody, it's charming, it's funny, and it really sets a standard for trans characters in media. As Laurel says over the credits, I hope they make more of these. Don't worry, I promise there's no way I get pregnant in the fourth one. That was a funny joke. Check it out, guys. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, click down there, like, comment, subscribe. There's a Patreon link down in the description if you want to donate to this channel and be like all these cool people right here. Please consider giving money to it. I would really appreciate it. Times are tough right now, and I need financial support. You get all sorts of cool new rewards, anything from access to my private Discord server to gifts sent right to your door once a month. If any of that interests you, please consider donating. I would really appreciate it, but even if you don't, thank you so much for watching anyway, and I'll see you all very soon.
I'm going to be 18 forever.
People just think you're aging well.